Daily Heavenly Manna, October 19th. The chosen text from Matthew chapter 10, verses 8. Freely ye have received, freely give. Explanation. Let us be on the alert to give to all who are hungering and thirsting the blessed food which has so greatly refreshed and strengthened us. If they do not get it, they will faint by the way as they go looking for other provisions. We have the very thing which all of the household of faith need. Without it, they cannot maintain their standing. They cannot press on. They shall surely become discouraged, whatever we may have of financial means for sending forth the bread of life to others, or whatever we may have of knowledge of the truth, is neither to be selfishly hoarded nor selfishly partaken of by ourselves. It is to be consecrated to the Lord, and out of that consecration, the Lord will bring blessings to others and increase blessings upon our own heads and hearts. Reprint number 33333334. Amen.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at just one piece of source material. It's an excerpt called Daily Heavenly Manna, October 19th. And we're really digging into this core idea it presents, which comes from Matthew. Freely ye have received, freely give.
Right.
Our goal is to kind of unpack this philosophy. It pushes this idea that holding onto knowledge, or even resources, is actually, well, damaging.
Yeah, and what really jumps out from this text is the sheer urgency. It's absolute.
Urgency. How so?
Well, it's not suggesting, maybe think about giving later. It's saying delay itself is harmful right now.
Harmful to who?
To the people it calls hungering and thirsting. Waiting has immediate, pretty severe consequences for them, according to this text. It's built around this mandate for constant alertness.
Ah, okay, I see that line here.
Yeah.
We're told to be on the alert, specifically to give away this blessed food, which has so greatly refreshed and strengthened us.
Exactly. It basically turns getting something good, whether it's insight or help, into an immediate task.
So you get it, you give it, like right away.
Yeah, that's the idea. No sitting on it.
And what happens if you don't? If you're not alert?
Well, that's what I kind of think of as the fainting hazard in the text. It's pretty stark.
Fainting hazard.
Yeah, it says if people do not get it, this provision we're supposed to be sharing, they will faint, by the way.
Wow.
And not just that, they faint while they're looking for other provisions. They end up exhausted, searching elsewhere, and the text adds, they shall surely become discouraged.
So my failure to share, according to this source, directly causes someone else's discouragement. That's intense.
It is intense. It frames inaction, maybe intellectual hoarding or financial hoarding, as the direct cause of someone else giving up.
That's quite a responsibility. But doesn't pushing for such immediate giving risk it being sort of messy, unplanned, just throwing things out there?
That's a fair question, but the text seems to counter that by stressing what is being shared. It's not just anything. It's the very thing which all of the household of faith need. It's specific.
So the urgency is tied to the necessity of this specific thing.
Precisely. It argues this provision is absolutely required for them to keep going. Without it, they cannot maintain their standing. They cannot press on. It's essential fuel, you could say.
Okay, if it's that critical, then what exactly are we supposed to be distributing? What are these essential resources?
The source actually gets quite practical here. It lists two main categories.
Right.
First, it mentions financial means for sending forth the bread of life. So basically funding the distribution effort itself.
Makes sense. Money to get the word out or the help out.
Yep. And second, and this one is maybe less obvious, it requires sharing your knowledge of the truth.
Knowledge itself. And here's where it feels really strict to me. This ban on selfishness applies to both, right?
Absolutely. Equally.
You can't selfishly hoard the money, which is maybe expected, but it also warns against being selfishly partaken of the knowledge, just for yourself.
That means learning something, getting some insight, but keeping it purely for your own benefit. That's seen as just as wrong as hoarding cash. Intellectual isolation is a failure to give.
How do you ensure the giving isn't self-serving then? Is there a mechanism?
There is, actually, and it's quite interesting. The text introduces this idea of consecration.
Consecration.
Yes. Before you distribute these resources, the money or the knowledge you need to consecrate them to the Lord.
Consecrate them first. How does that change things?
It seems to shift the whole act. It's not just you deciding to give something away. It's dedicating it first, then distributing it as part of that dedication.
And the text claims this leads to a specific outcome, doesn't it? A kind of win-win.
Exactly. A guaranteed dual blessing. It says the result is, 1, blessing to others, which fulfills the main command.
Right, helping those who are hungry.
But 2, it also brings increased blessings upon our own heads and hearts.
So giving doesn't deplete you. It actually increases your blessings too.
That's the promise laid out here. Sharing, when done through consecration, benefits the giver as well as the receiver.
Okay, let's try and tie this together for you, the listener. What are the main takeaways here?
Well, first, this philosophy demands immediate action, no delay. Second, it views discouragement in others not just as unfortunate, but potentially as a direct result of your failure to share what you've received.
That's a heavy one.
It is. And third, it offers this guarantee. If you share resources, both knowledge and finances, through this act of consecration, you're promised blessings yourself. It's not just altruism, it's presented as beneficial for everyone involved.
Powerful ideas. So here's something to think about as you go about your day. The source insists you consecrate resources before giving them away. Practically, what's the real difference between just, giving someone information or money, maybe because you feel you should, versus deliberately consecrating it first, dedicating? That internal step seems key. The thing that potentially shifts it from just an obligation to this mutual blessing. What does that look like in practice for you?